Hattie.
And Anna.
We're talking about our friend who killed herself. And
Sorry, yeah.
so, a week before this all happened, Map, we're gonna call her Map. If you go to our school, you know exactly who she is, which we don't care if you know who she is. There's a rumor spread about her that apparently she was easy, because her and her boyfriend, they were a really cute couple though.
Right?
They like
hella
were
shit.
literally in love.
Love has no age.
They had sex, and so don't laugh that word.
Sorry, it's just so gross.
There's a rumor that spread around her, the high school and our school, that she was easy, so she came, like,
Yeah,
our whole entire group ran up and hugged her,
bolted,
because we haven't seen her in a while, because she's,
No, she didn't come out crying. I remember this. And she looked like she was about to cry. So I'm like,
yeah, asking her what's
and
wrong.
so she finally told her. She told us.
She told us, and she just started bawling.
We went over to
We're like her
some
best
boys.
friends. I can definitely say it's about we're both like her top two friends. Like, it's crazy how, like, she was literally famous. Basically, she kept on saying, like, she kept on, like, saying, like, he called me easy.
She was
and,
crying.
like,
so, of course, being the friends we are,
we
us out of the group,
went up to
we
his
go over
group and we
start
started
yelling
at them.
Cursing them out.
Yelling at that group. But we later apologized because we
Just some
knew
of
it
them.
wasn't their fault.
Yeah, but, like,
We were just mad and we didn't know what to do, because what are you going to do if one of your, like, friends/family gets attacked? You're going to defend.
We shouldn't have yelled at them because we didn't know the whole story. But
Yeah, we went up to the group.
like, we were yelling, like,
Yeah, we were yelling.
Like, why would you say that? Like, what's wrong with you in
Yeah.
your head to say that about
Like
somebody?
I said, we later apologized.
Do you have no respect for people?
Yeah, it was a lot of yelling, and they were all like, ah, and so the principal, the recess aide, had to break us up because we were screaming.
They
like,
were not letting us go around Michaela. He was
screaming.
like, you need to go.
Yeah, and so, like, literally, he went, back it up.
Really mad.
It was, like, intense. Like, my heart was racing because, like, I didn't know what to do. And, like,
when me and Hattie are mad together, like,
it's even worse because we just egg each other on because we're like, we're about to.
We're just like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised the principal didn't talk to us about that.
Who even knows?
Like, because we were yelling and cussing, so I'm surprised we didn't get a referral for
Well, I
that
think
language.
they understood.
Yeah,
Considering our
then
friend.
all the principals and teachers knew, and they're like, oh, crap. And so, and then a week later, she posted on her, because she didn't have, like, a phone or Snapchat, or, like, well, she had Snapchat, but she didn't have a phone to
She
get
told
on
me-
it.
She told me when we were texting, like, hey, I went off social media for a while. I just couldn't. And I was like, yeah, like, don't apologize. Like, I understand.
Yeah, we sometimes even do that. Not often anymore, because we just kind of like to text each other.
Yeah. So,
She texted you and me. She was, like, texted both of us. Saying,
we didn't know that she
like,
was texting
hey.
the other person, though. So
yeah, we
I
didn't
was
really
like,
put two and two together
nope.
till later. But she was texting us, like, right after she got on Snapchat, because what
We're
else
her
do friends do?
Like, we hadn't heard from her a while, so of course.
Yeah.
So I was in my room looking at my new clothes because I didn't go to school that day. Like, no, like, I went shopping with my mom to have a day because everything was just stressing me out and I have other things going on. And
I learned how to do fishlets, and I'm so happy.
And, like, so we were FaceTiming on Snapchat, and, you know, everything was fine. Like, hey. And then I was showing her my new clothes, like, showed her the outfit I had on. She's like, oh, my God, like, that's so cute. Like, being, like, a best friend, like, what girls do. Like, most girls, at least. Not all girls. I don't know. That's what we do. And, you know, like, it's good. Like, everything seems fine. And then we started talking about the day that she got called easy, and I told her, like, me and Hattie were super really pissed at those people, like, M and KK and, like, T.
A lot of people.
And we just started, like, we yelled at them, and I told her how we cursed them out and, like, how we got pissed. And I was telling her, like, about how this one person was like, it wasn't me, and I was telling her and stuff. And, like, I was just telling her stuff, catching up. So, and then, like, she was at her cousin's, her aunt's house, I guess, and, like, she was showing me her little cousins and stuff because she was going to sleep over there, and they're freaking adorable.
Cute.
It was little. She was so adorable, so I was like, oh, my God. And then this is where it gets kind of bad. She was in her car, and her grandma kept going into stores, but she was on her grandma's phone FaceTiming me and stuff. And when her grandma would get out of the car and leave her in there, she would just start screaming at the top of her lungs. It was like, she was like breaking, and like, I get that, like, everybody breaks, it's only human. But this was concerning. I was genuinely concerned for her, but I was like, okay, Michaela, like, you need to breathe, like, come on, girl, like, breathe. So I was like telling her to breathe, and so she would breathe and she would calm down, and she was telling me, like, I miss him. Like, I can't resist him. He's not texting me. He's not responding. I want to talk to him, and he doesn't want to talk to me. She was freaking out, and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have people that I talk to that don't respond because I only text Hattie.
I don't respond all the times.
And, like, I was like, okay, like, breathe,
Oh,
please.
sorry.
And I was like, just, you need to breathe. And so I decided to start distracting her, to start talking about other things. And so we just started talking about other things.
Oh, and about like halfway through their conversation, she just randomly texted me because we were texting, and we were having a good time. And then she started texting about M, which was her boyfriend, saying like it's like she was just like sad and like I get it, and I try to like be like it's okay, like
feel better,
like
I know
you'll get through this, like, it's gonna get better. And then she just randomly out of the blue says I'm done.
Yeah,
and
she
then,
kept telling me I'm done, but I didn't think much of it, which is like I figured like
a little bit oblivious, but like it's fine.
I'm
like,
always oblivious.
But then I said, Michaela, whatever you do, like don't do it, because like I kind of knew like what she meant.
When she was saying I'm done, I'm like, Michaela, no, like don't say that, like you're gonna be fine. But I thought she just meant like not
like she doesn't want to deal with it right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But then she said like I'm done, I'm gonna end it all, she said to me. And then I started freaking out, I started crying. Then I went to my sister, I'm like, she's gonna, like all I said was she's gonna kill herself, she's gonna kill herself. And then I ran out and I went back into my room, and like I was like freaking out, like I was shaking and hyperventilating. Like I'm like freaking out, and I'm like texting Michaela, whatever you think, do not do it, do not do it. And then I went out to my mom, and
Michaela was still texting at this point, but she didn't tell me that she was doing anything like this.
Yeah.
So I figured she had gotten a little bit better.
Yeah, and then I was like I'm not texting my mom. I was I was talking to my mom, crying, and my mom's like, she didn't really know what was going on because she was a little bit intoxicated. She didn't know what was going on, so she was not really much help. So I went back into my room, and my sister, I had another friend over, which honestly, she didn't really think much, like, I don't know, she wasn't really freaking out or anything. She was just kind of like, oh.
I think she was in shock, I think.
Yeah, because like she wasn't freaking out.
No, I get being in shock.
By the way, that friend that was with me, this is why I'm not really the closest to her anymore. She went back to MAP, and I'm like, I can't deal with that, like too much pressure. But I'm still great friends with the person. Yeah. I still hang out with them. And I was like hysterically crying. And my sister called you, and
no,
I'm like,
you texted me, remember?
Oh yeah, I straight
and
up said, no, what I said, I'm pretty sure I remember it. I said, she's like killing herself, like she isn't okay. She said that she took pills. Oh yeah, by the way, she said that she chugged pills. She said that she chugged pills, and I'm like, Anna, ah.
And so that's when I started texting her. I'm like, Michaela, what did you do? Did you take pills?
But then right after I got her involved, N was even texting her, being like, what's going on? Like, she didn't really like fully be like, are you killing yourself? No, she was like, what's going on? And so
she was posting on her story, like, if anyone's heard from Michaela, please contact me.
Yeah, like that's what we were posting, because she blocked us. And so we're like,
bam, map with messages. If you hear from her, talk to me, talk to her.
Because she blocked me and N. And we didn't know what was going on, because we think it was because we were trying to help her and she didn't want help, even though she did. She's kind of a
AW. She's an AW.
Yeah, she really wants attention all the time.
It's not a bad thing.
Everyone wants attention once or twice in a life.
Yeah.
Or in her case, her whole entire life.
Should I go to the point where I was texting her after you told me that she took pills? Yeah. Okay. So I texted her, I'm like, Michaela, what did you do? So I
isn't that when she's like, oh, I did nothing?
Yeah, so I FaceTime her, and she goes, I didn't take anything. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Like, I was being super serious.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't lie. Like, don't lie to me about this. And so she's like, no. So I go and I text Hattie. I'm like, no, she didn't take anything. But then I go back.
I'm like, she did.
And so I go back to Michaela and I text her. I'm like, if you took anything, you need to tell me. And she goes, yeah, I took something, and it was only melatonin, and it was only a little bit. It was only a handful. I'm like, you still don't do that. Like,
and
that gets
we know melatonin can't really
Yeah.
kill you. It can, like, long term, maybe, but, like, it can't kill you, like, right.
The thing is,
Does that make sense?
If she took melatonin in her car, what is stopping her from going home and taking something else?
Yeah, we just had many, many thoughts and, like, knives and just, there's a lot going on with her. Oh, and, like, by the way, she had cuts all down her arm.
I don't
like,
think
up,
we should
down,
tell
and,
them
like,
that.
Oh.
That's kind of personal, like, too personal for us to tell.
No, she showed them off.
She She did. And she just showed him off, though.
She showed off things like that, and they were like up and down her arm, like it was crazy. And I always told her to stop. But
maybe in a few years.
So then my sister called her because I was like hysterical, like I was.
And
I was
you were not
crying like
to
crazy,
me.
like
You did not
mascara
want to talk
all
to me.
over my face. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you. My mom kept on trying to give me hugs, and I
No,
shoved her,
no.
and like a couple of times. But
don't hug a person who's
it's
like
not like
that.
it. Parents don't really understand that it's like she would do this.
Yeah.
She would actually.
She would go home and do something worse. That's why we were concerned.
Because she's done that before, and she had to go to the hospital for, like I said, showing off some things.
People got mad at us for caring.
Yeah, and so then you can go to the part.
Okay. So this is when I start to really, really freak out because she blocked me a little bit into this.
Yeah. Like
And
right
so-
after I called her, she blocked her.
I was shaking so bad to the point where my dad, because I went into my parents' room and they were in bed, and I was shaking and breathing, and I couldn't breathe. It was bad, and I was shaking. I'm kind of shaking right now talking about this, but
I know I'm about to
might just
cry, but I don't
say-
want to. So I'm like,
And so my dad had put me on my mom's bed because I was shaking and I was about to fall over. And my mom was like, Matt, she's shaking so bad, and like it was bad. And I told her what happened, and they're like, she can't die from melatonin, but. Anyways,
like I said, she could have done something worse. Like
Yeah.
it's not just the fact that she took melatonin. We knew it can't really harm you.
yeah, but she can do
But
other things. To
I
harm
don't think she
herself.
actually took melatonin at all because she
Mm-mm.
didn't even like fall asleep
So
or
this
anything.
is the point where my mom contacts a mutual friend's mom. So my mom starts talking to Hattie and Zoe and us, and she's like,
well,
calm down.
I didn't listen
Yeah,
to her. No
but-
offense. She kept
so-
on telling me to calm down, like, but I was like hysterical.
She
like,
couldn't calm
I
down.
couldn't breathe. Like it was
Yeah.
bad.
I don't know. I was shaking. I don't know. I just couldn't
Oh,
cry.
and like while all this was happening, I was spamming Michaela while she was blocked. And I'm like, you better unblock me. Like this isn't okay. Like saying like I love you.
yeah.
And everything's gonna be fine. Please don't do anything.
And my mom called Kay's mom, and they were talking, and my mom filled her in, and I was texting Kay, like, have you heard from her? Like, and she goes, no. And I was like, okay.
Saying like, oh, I have her. I can text her.
Yeah.
Matt, by the way, I can text Matt. Or A said she can text Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys couldn't tell. And so I don't know if she did or didn't, but she said that she would.
I think they were texting
Yeah.
already.
Because I remember A kept on saying, like, oh, she's fine. Like,
She's not.
like, she's, like, kept on saying, she's fine, nothing's going on. Anywho, continue.
Yeah. And
Then he came
so,
over.
yeah, eventually I'm like, I cannot be here. I'm going to go to my best friend. I'm going to be there. And so my dad drives me over.
To my house.
And so she meets
Here.
me out in the yard, and she just hugs me, and we just, like, are shaking and, like, freaking out together.
Nothing really happened after that. Like, we were just crying, and that's about it.
We were walking, and then
Oh yeah, then we
texted
went
her.
on a walk, and then her mom
Calls.
called my sister, thinking no, she thought it was my mom in the car.
Yeah.
Never mind. She calls my sister, and then she's like, nothing happened. She didn't take anything.
It was all a joke.
Yeah, Map said it was all a joke.
And then people were saying, oh, she just said that because she got
yeah,
mad.
and then we texted an
Yeah.
A and H.
But apparently she blocked us because she didn't want us to call her aunt.
Yeah.
But the logic there's a little messed up because not
Yeah.
talking to us.
And then
what do you
H
think
said
we're
my
gonna do?"
opinion's apparently invalid towards the whole entire like H kept on saying my opinion's invalid, and like I'm like, you weren't there, you wouldn't know. And then I blocked her because I'm like, I really don't want to deal with it. But they kept on saying that like I shouldn't be like she wasn't
Mad.
gonna do anything, like,
Don't be mad.
and I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. But they kept on saying like, oh, she was just playing a joke, it's okay. And I'm like,
It's not okay. You don't joke
you
like
weren't
that.
there. Who like was joking around with H about they were gonna kill themselves? I don't think H would take it crazy like that.
Even though it was
Um,
supposedly a joke, which it was, I guess, but you
Yeah.
don't take it that far as
Yeah.
to block your friends and never contact them again. It's not a good
She
friendship
thought we
for
ended
us.
the friendship,
But
but
when she
apparently we
blocked
ended
us.
the relationship. But
She
she
blocked me
did because
first.
she blocked us first.
So,
So,
maybe
but
it's just petty.
Kay
but-
didn't know that, so Kay was like, oh.
Well, they only got half truths.
But everyone that N, A, H, K, and whoever else are still friends with M, Map, and we aren't. Like,
well, she doesn't want to be your friend. Apparently, we're bitches. Sorry for my language, but yeah.